We are live. Unmuting you in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Happy Onewheel Wednesday, everybody. We're excited about today's guest. Today we are going to be sitting down having a good old family chat with one of the regulars. There's some of the OG friends around here. We love them to death. But before we do that, let's introduce those that are in the studio today before we get to those that we're going to be talking to about the XR Classic. We have Holly right here. To my right.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Did we hear Epic counting down into the start of this? Is that what I heard? It did sound like that.
I heard some. We could rewind
Interesting.
just to see.
Okay. We also have Lily over here saying something interesting. How we doing, Lil?
Great.
What's that mean when you're giving the peace symbol?
Just like peace.
But you know in England, I think I've taught you this. In England, when you give the peace symbol that direction, it's the middle finger.
Well, if you're in England, put in the chat and confirm. And
But,
I'll
no.
apologize.
Oh, then I will
Confirm if you're
apologize. Oh,
offended.
wow. Okay.
Confirm if you're offended.
Okay.
What I
Okay.
mean.
Yeah, she's not looking to offend anybody. I understand that.
No.
Okay. All right. I hope everyone's doing fabulous. This is the week before Thanksgiving. I have to say that because it feels like Thanksgiving should be this week, but it's next week. It's a day after Holly's birthday. And so we're really excited. But we must be having some technical difficulties because I can hear or I see the ladies in this. Is everything all right? What's going on?
There are chats telling us that they're not here.
Is
Oh, how could that be?
particularly yours. Maybe it's just
Oh,
down.
do we have it going now, Lil?
Chat.
What was
There
the
we
deal?
go.
It wasn't all plugged in. Oh.
All mics are down. Sounds like camera audio. Okay. Is that,
Well,
let us
there we
know.
go. It was. Oh, you know what it was?
Should
Because
be
we could hear
fixed.
Epic counting down. Ha!
Oh, the
It was the microphone and the laptop. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Psht.
that's true.
No, sorry about that technical problem. Good thing we got that solved before bringing in our guest. We're excited for the topic. We're going to talk about the XR Classic and all of those things in between. You just saw a picture of Lily not at her desk because she's our technical assistant. Do you realize how long you've come a long ways, Lil?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you didn't used to know how to do any of that stuff.
You gotta learn somehow.
Now you know. Yeah, it's all been on the
It
fly.
shocks me at how much.
You were shocked?
I'm
You
trying
got
to figure out-
shocked?
No, like she has learned this and retained it. Like
And
does
retained
so
this.
good.
I'm
Does
glad.
so good.
I'm glad I could
Did
And
you
yeah,
ever-
she's shocked that you retained something.
impress you.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
just my
let's get to
reason
our
for
guests because we want to
living.
give them the most amount of time. They are from the
Impress
factory
Holly.
team. They are our friends. They have visited here. They have helped install a brand new roof. He is the most recent champion of the last one, or I would say last one standing, but it's a race for the rail. Austen and Mercedes Silva are our guests today. Put your hands together for them. Woo!
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh man, you guys are looking good. Hoodie weather and all. I like it. I like that. That yellow looks good on you, Mercedes.
Thank you.
that's the Windman.
That's the windmill. Great classic race in one wheeling. Okay. Wait, really quick. It's Thanksgiving's around the corner. Do you guys do anything special for Thanksgiving?
Oh, we go to his grandma's.
That's nice.
And just like, okay, so name one food that you look forward
Yeah, what are
to
your favorites?
every Thanksgiving. What is it? What's the go-to?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Wait, what about you,
Oh.
Mercedes?
I love the sweet potatoes. The sweet,
Sweet
potatoes with the marshmallows on it.
So you guys are sweet tooths.
Yeah, I can't.
I prefer all the savory stuff.
The savory?
Yeah, like fried turkey, green beans, mashed potatoes.
Casserole, the sweet
Oh.
potatoes and green bean casserole.
So good.
Here's the deal.
So
I like the
good.
green bean casserole. It's great. Only hot. If it goes from hot to anything below that, it is not good. I love it. It's got to be eaten first.
It's kind of Thanksgiving is kind of like the show Friends. You can't not have one of them.
You need everything. You need the beans. You need the sweet potato pie.
That's right.
I don't really care for the sweet potato pie. Sorry, Mercedes. Like when I hear the word potato, I feel
You
like
don't
it should be
sweet potatoes.
Yeah, sweet potatoes. It's like, what is that? What am I eating? It looks like a yam
I'm gonna have
before
to
you
buy
do
some
it.
sweet
You're eating a
potatoes.
variation of a potato. That's
No.
what you're eating.
No, potatoes aren't
Different
sweet.
kind of potato.
It's
Yeah,
like purple
those are-
potatoes. That's fine. It still tastes like potato.
Okay.
Pie, I like pie. I like pumpkin pie. That's all right. I'll go with that. But if my go-to is, it is not Thanksgiving feast without cranberry sauce out of a can.
Out of the can.
Yeah, it's got to come out of a can.
The
Like,
most gourmet option there is.
Well, what's
That's
another
what
way
you
to eat
choose.
that? Like, have you
No,
ever
not
Homemade.
homemade.
A homemade one.
Yeah.
But you would-
Silvas, have you
wouldn't
ever
like
had
it.
homemade cranberry sauce?
I don't think so.
My family.
Your
My-
family's done it?
They do it homemade every year.
I think the only way to eat it is out of a can. I mean, I don't eat it any other time of year. Thanksgiving's got to have it. Okay.
The kids all like it.
Okay,
too.
we have a would you rather for you guys.
Oh, would you rather?
Okay, are you ready?
Oh, is this the duck one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if she gets this
Okay.
right. This is a question we're going to poll everyone in the chat. Let us know what you're going to do, and then
Okay. We'll start with you, Austin, but you're both answering if you're willing.
pay attention, though. It's tricky.
Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or fight one horse-sized duck? I got it right.
Yeah, you did. You nailed it. But just get the imagery.
100 duck-sized horses.
Horses.
We heard this on Pat McAfee today.
Or one horse-sized duck.
Duck. I mean, are you getting the image in your head first? You got to see it. Like a
Probably
horse.
the duck.
The horse-sized duck? Why? That seems
You have
scary.
to worry about 100 duck-sized horses biting you.
So,
Yeah.
how would
Yeah.
you fight said duck?
What would be your weapon of choice?
What?
What
How would you fight it?
Scissors, you just clip its little feathers at that point.
But I
we
do
go for
think, Austin,
for
with
the
the,
legs.
with 100 though, you could squash. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know.
You'd squash quite a bit with 1 foot.
With the 100, I think I'd get my lawnmower.
I mean, a duck is pretty big. You can't squash a duck with your foot already. Like,
Yeah, but now
True.
we're.
That's true, and they're
Oh,
they're on
true.
the move.
I forgot. I was
Wait, so
picturing.
Mercedes, you're gonna go with the duck-sized horse too?
I mean, at this point, yeah, I can't squish a horse.
A horse-sized
even
duck.
Did I say it
size.
wrong?
Yeah, you know what,
Yeah, that's
Mercedes?
what
The
I
whole time I'm picturing. I don't know why. I'm thinking like rubber ducks in my head, little ducks. But yeah, those horses are still pretty big. That's a foot. I mean, it's a horse the size of a foot, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's got complicated all of a sudden. I thought I was going 100.
But it's illegal to kill horses.
You could kick them instead of stomp on them. You could just kick
Yeah,
them
but
out
they
of the
could
way.
kick me. I mean, if I basing off my movie going experience, when you watch Night at the Museum 1 or 2, there's a whole tribe of little people of like horses and stuff, and they
that
take him out.
Everything out.
Yeah, they rope him down and everything. There could be vicious. So it's 100. I'm
That's a
going
good
1.
I'd think the horse-sized duck.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'd
Here's the
saddle it
truth.
up.
Here's the truth. If Austin's going a certain way, I'm
I'm going that
following
way.
his way.
Okay, how about a
That's it.
one-wheel would you rather?
Oh boy.
Would you rather this next racing league race on a pint with the range and torque and power of a GTS, or what should the or be?
Oh
That's
my
the only one I thought of. or
No,
the
or-
new XR Classic.
Oh, those are your two
I'm
choices.
trying to think
All
of
right.
something like slightly comparable. What
Or
would you
an
choose?
EUC.
No.
No, one wheel only, because you got to get to race for the rail.
Who
I
said-
made him think. That was Austin.
I mean, if the pint has the torque and everything of the GTS, probably that one.
Boy,
But,
talk about wobbliness.
It is
between
such a
a pint and then the XRC, or pint S and the XRC. I'm going XRC.
okay.
Yeah, so you're saying a normal pint, you would go XRC or pint. Right.
Piness.
Right. That totally makes
What
sense.
about you, Austin?
I'd probably go XRC just because it's going to be slower, obviously, because it doesn't have as much torque, but it's just a more stable platform.
Yeah,
You guys should make a video.
Here's the
Race
deal.
each other. Mercedes on the Piness. Austin's on the XRC. Should do a race.
I think it would be fun to see.
Yeah.
Well, bringing that up, actually, before we get to that, we got a couple of videos we want to show you guys. We were talking about movies a second ago. There's a gentleman that's online that he became very famously known for doing a Dune costume, riding his pint with the big old snake or worm it was from Dune. Got a lot of national publicity. And then he did, back in the fall, he did Beetlejuice, and he's back at it. It seems like he was hired somehow because it's hashtag ad. He just recently did a short for the new movie dropping Gladiator. Look at this. I don't know, Austen Mercedes, if you got to see this yet, but here he is in the movie theater riding that. Great costume. Obviously, someone's in on it because he just made a mess in the middle of there with a sword. That's impressive. He's figuring out.
That one's really impressive, like with how he has it. I don't know how he has it attached to the one wheel, but that's cool.
Right?
Yeah, is this guy still using a pint too?
Yes. Well, based on limited knowledge. He got an upgrade. One Wheel was kind enough to upgrade his look.
Oh, right.
And then we interviewed him, and we told him he needed to get out of the pint platform. Not that they're bad, but there's just more. Like I told him, how much better costumes you could make if you're on a GTS. You could push and pull a lot of different things.
It was an ad.
That's what I'm assuming. I do not know. Okay, there you go. I would think it's for the movie theater. Anyways, impressive, right? He's figuring out his genre in a One Wheel capacity, I think.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's cool.
Good for him.
Yeah. I hope. I can't wait to see the next one he does. So great job to him and his friends putting that together. They're making, and then you guys have seen this one. I think this has been grabbed from someone else. We got audio to this one. One Wheel just posted it on their story, and it's the blue bear. Somebody's talking to a blue bear following the footprints. Lily, have you seen this yet?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Watch this. This is hilarious. Just posted by One Wheel.
Yeah, no, those aren't actual paw prints. Here we go again. Hey, come back. You're going too fast.
Oh, is that not awesome?
What?
What? What are you whatting?
I don't get what happened. He fell and splatted himself?
No, the bear jumped at the camera.
Oh.
You missed that?
It's
She's
better
rewatching
when you watch it
on your
close.
phone. Did you guys see that from One Wheel posting that the other day?
I did see that, yeah.
Come on.
Wait, come back.
That one got me a chuckle. We showed it on our big screen in the house. Epic had not seen it, and he about fell backwards. I wish we filmed him.
It was funny.
I was like, okay, are we overreacting here? It was pretty funny. Pretty funny. Okay, let's get straight to the XR Classic since we were just talking about that. You guys, obviously you've been around for a while. You're part of the One Wheel Factory team, which your Halloween costume was, where you guys dressed up as what? For those that didn't know, what was your costume, and how were you inspired to do that? I want to know how you came up with your costume design. But first, tell us what you were for Halloween.
We were crash test dummies. I don't really remember. I just remember having the thought like a couple weeks before Halloween, and I was like, oh yeah, we should do that. And then our boss texted us like a little, what do you call those things? Are they a GIF? Apparently this is a whole thing. Like it's either a GIF or a GIF, and I don't know. I
say GIF.
And
GIF.
No, you're wrong, Austin.
No, I'm with Austin. I say that.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
If I or E comes after G, it's Jeff.
Oh my goodness, homeschool teacher.
Jeff it is.
Just
Homeschool
so you know.
teacher. Okay, sorry.
Okay, continue. You get the gift
You
or
started
the GIF.
that, though. Just saying.
yeah, anyways, that really just kind of set my decision into motion. And I was like, all right, I have to order those right now.
That was hilarious. I laughed out loud.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
It was well done. And then, again, for those that don't know, you guys are, I'm assuming some of your job is, hey, go tell us what doesn't work on this. And then you have to go do it. And you might come off your board here and there. And so you're probably getting the brunt end
you're
of things,
literally
right?
The crash test.
Yeah. Like, hey, that... I don't, I mean, I want to say more, but I don't want people to take and clip things out and go, oh, look, One Wheels make you fall off or something like that. Yeah. But I thought it was clever. I think that, for those that don't know, the factory team is a group of great human beings that are testing products that allow us to get new products faster as fans. And that's been shown this year.
For sure. Has totally been proven.
How many major releases have we seen this year from One Wheel? Help me count. We have, and I don't remember in order, but the first one, the FSTs, massive product that you guys are a part of, the foot hook system. Then you have the Pint S, wonderful. You have the firmware soft upgrade of the Pint X, but also in the GTS platform. And then you have this XR Classic. I got to be missing something, but that's four massive What was another one?
The GTS.
Gradient
GT
tracking.
in gradient. So there's 5 5. That's crazy.
amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Massive, like big things. So
Do
we
you guys feel that? Do you like? Are you it's like exhaust you, or are you like, yeah, what's up? Like, how do you feel on that?
I mean, usually, like, if it's a really big project, a couple weeks up to the launch can be a little hectic, but most of the time it's fairly chill.
Oh, we also forgot about the rally
Oh
rails,
yeah.
recurve rails.
Yeah.
That
The
was
rails and
yeah.
all the components went out this year too. So, like the motor, not that we were like much of a part of that, but we did do some videos and stuff. Like that was just
Yeah.
their decision making on that end. So yeah, all of those got released. There were a lot this year.
Sweet.
That's 7. And then let's put in the 8. I think it's a new ugly Christmas sweater that just dropped last week.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you
you
guys
were saying that.
are you guys the models for those too? Like is that part of your job description as well to try on the merch?
Sometimes.
Every so often, yeah. I think that's more Bodie and Tyler. They
Yeah.
kind of do that stuff. They're more integrated with media and everything, and we're in with like testing stuff.
Yeah, well, we applaud you. And so
Brains.
the XR Classic, for those that don't know, we have images for those that are brand new to the topic. It is
Where have you been?
Yeah, where have you been? It is bringing back an oldie but goodie. Icon, can we put up the image of the XR Classic for all of those that need just a reminder of, there it is. It is something that is just amazing looking. It really is. It comes packed with deliciousness in it. You can get it in a recurve rail.
So you're gonna want it for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. I mean, 20 miles an hour top speed. It's got their custom tire on there. It says best all around board. Now we stopped and asked Bodie the same question, and so we need to hear it from the Silvas. Is that
True.
is
in
that
your
true?
opinion?
Out of all of the platforms of Onewheels, is this the all around hands down best one wheel? Is it saved for no? If you're a cruise around the town, yes, it's the best. So can you elaborate on that? In your opinion, where does the XR Classic land?
Yeah, I mean, if you want something that does kind of what the pints do and also hit the trails and have something for around town, it's definitely the best all-around board. Currently, it has better firmware than some of the other boards. So it handles probably the best in the entire line, including the GTS. But we're going to work on that too.
Cool.
Yeah, well, that's exciting news. Get a little bit of drop in hot news off the press right there. I'm assuming the GTS platform, for those watching, that's a bit of the high-end, high-performance race board, right? And race season is a bit in the off-season, so we probably can expect something in the new year, I don't know, of the GTS revisit. So you got this XR Classic sitting there now. If you were out around and about and you're not having to perform, like you're not going out to mob and you're just going to go do, let's say you're going to go just on a cruise. I don't remember the trail system that you took us on, the 14 miler. What was that trail system that you guys took us on the day after, 2 days after Race to the Rail? Remember?
That was Clear Creek.
Clear Creek. Okay, that was wonderful. Wow. One for the memory books for us for sure. Okay, so you go down. If you're choosing to go just on a cruise, you're not going to meet up with Luke Austen in the middle of the trail and then go blitz it, right? Like, remember how that happened? We were like, you're just taking it easy. That's what you told us. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, bumped into Luke Austen, and I was like, where'd he go? What are you pulling out? Are you going to pull out the XR Classic, or are you going to find yourself still going to that GTS because of what just is packed inside that thing?
Well, we just bought a van, and to tell you how special the XRC is, we're creating 2 specific one-wheel racks in the van just for XRCs, in addition to all the GTSs that will be hauling around the country.
So
Awesome.
you're saying you like the XR Classic?
Yeah, we like it a lot.
Okay. How about you, Mercedes?
Mercedes, you are the cutest. She's just sitting back there like, yeah, I like that board.
Well, it's like, hold on. Let's just flash to the thumbnail. Let's just go to what we had for the thumbnail. Look at Mercedes. Our kids asked if I photoshopped you in, Mercedes, to get you both on the thumbnail. And it was like, no, this is, look at you. You're just over there,
You're
just
so
right back.
cute.
That's just what you're doing even in this podcast today. You're just looking at your husband like he's adorable. I can't believe I'm married to him. I'm just the luckiest girl ever. The sun is hitting you right in your hair. Austin's about to be announced the winner. And look, great couple.
Great
It's a
photo.
good picture.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing. I ask the questions. You just look at your husband. I'll let you answer that. But Mercedes, we're coming straight to you. Where are you going?
Yeah, it's like, honestly, I don't get me wrong, I love the GTS and everything, but I really love the XRC because I feel like I can throw it around so easily and like it's so smooth for like I don't ride a lot of pavement, and so it's like it's hard to like for me to tell you which board I prefer on pavement. But I can tell you that like if I'm not racing, I'm probably going to go to the XRC or training to race. I'm probably going to go to the XRC just because it's so easy. It is a little heavier than the pint to tote around if you're going to the grocery store and stuff like that. But I have to say, just grab yourself a cart and throw it in. It's totally worth it. The pint, again, is a really great board, but that platform can just be so narrow for some people. And that's what I find is that it's, you know, like a great nimble board. It looks like it does wonderful for the trick riders and stuff. Even though from what I understand, they kind of prefer this XRC as well. But yeah, it's just like, I can't really say perfect because, you know, don't know if perfect is actually a thing, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, if it had the power of the GTS, that would be like the only board we ride.
That would be the only board I would
Okay,
ride.
say that again, Austin. I cut you off there. What were you saying?
If it had the power of the GTS,
yeah.
it would be the only board we'd ride.
Well, will that ever happen?
Yeah, can't. I mean, you could put a word in. You could. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah.
People are asking that in the chat if a G or XRS will come out.
I guess we'll have to stay tuned.
I don't know if there's enough space in the battery box for that, but
Yeah, I think that's the things that some people, when we are asking for different things, like when you go to the Pint S, people are wanting, I want more power and all that. Well, you just don't have the space in that platform to really put in an astronomical battery. You need battery. Correct me, Austin. You're much more wise on this, but we need batteries to be continuing to develop to get more in smaller size, right? For a pint to get really bolstered to have some of the performance a GTS would have. Am I wrong on that?
no.
Yeah, so we're waiting on batteries. Batteries, like sometimes people forget that, there is technology that we're waiting to catch up.
Just mix and match whatever you want.
Right, because of the platform, you need battery. Nonetheless, I have not tried the XR Classic. I am dying to. When I hit the trails, Austin Mercedes, you've been on our trail system here. It's a lot of either you're going downhill or uphill. And I have the XR running around here, and I want, until I get it out here to really give it a go, I want to know, like, I was just the other night riding the GTS, and it was like, it climbs up the hill, no problem. I have all the power I want at any point, but I'm not worried about hitting haptic buzz on the up. I want to try the XR Classic because I think it is a board that if it does all those things, it's a no-brainer. Hey, if I'm not going to go fast and I just want to cruise, this is a great board to be able to do that with because, like you guys said, it's lighter, it's smaller. And so I can't wait to get my feet on it. It's hard to sit here and go, let's get that and not another GTS for the kids in the house. So maybe Santa will deliver one underneath the tree. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Holly, you got anything to say about that? Santa?
Come on, Santa.
Yeah. Okay, so when we get into that platform, the XR Classic, you guys involved in the process, I'm assuming. How did you land in, let's put the GT foot pads on the XR Classic? Because I think that was a really good move, but is there any how'd you guys come to that decision? Was that a no-brainer?
It's mostly an engineer's decision, but we were actively developing like the flared foot pads and FSTs and all these other foot pads for the GTS. It would kind of it just makes more sense to make them cross compatible with both
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love it because once you get it, if you don't, you can go to your favorite foot pads if you have them, right? Like I like the low boy flares. I like that. So I know immediately I could go straight to that and put them on the XR Classic and feel maybe at home. I don't know. I would love to try the nod to the OG foot pads with the wooden foot pads on there. I like that look. I think this was a spectacular move. An XR Classic, bringing back something that so many people want.
A lot of people have talked about this for a long time. Like when it comes to the XR, I mean, a lot of people that we see in our chat, I won't necessarily go as far as to say across the board in the Onewheel community, but it's talked about a lot of how the XR is the favorite ride. And so I gotta be honest, I wasn't really seeing it coming, but
Definitely
everybody
not.
seems very happy.
Yeah. It'll be, it would be cool to see what Black Friday brings because we're only a week away from that. Like what deals will
Usually some places are doing like a Black Friday week.
Yeah, how do we feel about that?
Sooner or later it'll be the whole month of
It'll
November.
be just.
It's a pre-Black Friday.
But how do you still lean in? Here's a question for you: how are you going Black Friday week? Because
do.
Like I think we gotta call something else if we're just going because you can't take Friday and make it 7 days.
Black Friday marketing.
No,
Call it at that point.
Call it what, Mercedes?
Cyber Week. That's what it'll turn into. Because like, how many people are actually going to the stores to take advantage of these deals anymore? Like, yeah,
it's all online. Yeah,
right. Because then you have Black Friday week, then you have Cyber Monday. Just call it Cyber Month and be done with it. Like, but I'm not a marketing guy. I'm not. That's not my forte. We should bring Jack Mudd in and ask him what he would know much more on this right then. It'll be fun to see what Onewheel does next week on deals as people are going to be planning for buying gifts and this is just true. If you're going to buy one Onewheel, buy two. You won't be disappointed in yourself. Okay, so off season, you're there. Austen, has it set in yet? Like that you won Race to the Rail? Are you do you forget you've done that and are on to the next year? Where are you sitting after it's only been a couple months, right? It was back in August. Mm-hmm. So has it set in? Are you hungry for next year? Or are you like, I need a little bit more time in the off season? Where are you sitting mentally?
Get bombarded with cameras in your face.
Yeah, I'm definitely hungry for next year. But I haven't really given it much thought since I won. Are you one of those guys that just you win and it's like that's great, and then you're just moving on? It doesn't define
Mercedes.
Is she? I can't see her. Does she not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm mostly focused on what's in front of me.
It's on to the next one, kind of thing. Like it's not, like he brushes it off or anything, but it's like we have multiple seasons to focus on, and that's really cool to win one. But it's the multiple that is sought after, not just the one win.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Thing.
Look at Austin's so stoic. Like you're just watching him, and I'm not even a competitor. I'm nervous. She's like, this guy's gonna eat everyone on the trails. It's just crazy. Just watch out. Okay, so how about you, Mercedes? You're in the off season. Austin's saying haven't given much thought, but I think he might give it a few thoughts here and there, but he's not giving much thought. How about you? Are you just been busy creating better Onewheels and better platforms for the community? Haven't had time to think about it? Or are you thinking about next year and what are you going to do and how you can perform better for Race for the Rail?
Yeah, I mean, I think about those things. I was actually just talking the other day with him and telling him how I need to start pushing myself a little bit more. I found myself kind of throughout the season and stuff, not falling as much as I have in the past. And that kind of tells me that my threshold for whatever I'm currently doing is like pretty consistent, and I need to like push it past what I'm comfortable with right now.
Yeah, I chuckle, Mercedes, you saying that because most people are trying to avoid falls in their life, and you're using it as a metrics of, am I doing good? I'm not falling very much anymore, so I perfected where I'm at. I need to upgrade. I need to progress, so I fall more. Right?
Yeah.
I love it.
But that's why we wear so much gear.
Yeah.
So we can get right back up. And then, yeah, just kind of like on a day-to-day basis, it's really thinking about like getting to the gym. Like motivate myself to like think about next season and think about the shape that I want to be in to head into that. And I'm not where I'd like to be. So.
Well, I think that's true of every competitor. They always think that they are never where they want to be, but they're fitter and better off than most people. So sounds like you both are in a good headspace of like, I'm not where I want to be. I'm still going, still need to progress. I think it's great. Somebody needs to make a T-shirt of you saying, I'm not falling enough, so I'm not pushing myself. I think that'd be a great T-shirt. Onewheel probably should do that because I would buy that. Lily literally walked in the office the other day. Like this is, I'm not even making this up. You know, sometimes people say I exaggerate. I don't know why that is said, but never have I ever exaggerated. Always accurate to the T. Lily walked in the office the other day and led with this. You know what I was thinking the other day, guys? It's been a long time since I fell.
I just meant in general, not off my one wheel.
Yeah, she's just talking about walking.
However, then when we carried on that conversation, we realized she had just fallen up the stairs right before that.
Yeah, like hours.
I had tripped over my lunchbox, but I did not fall. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of falls in my life, on and off on wheels.
Yeah.
No, I'm a very clumsy human as well, believe it or not.
We're similar in that.
Well, Mercedes, that doesn't show up on the one wheel for sure.
No way.
If you're clumsy, that is not showing up at all. So I do. That's a great metric. So I'm not pushing myself unless I'm falling. More of us should adopt that when riding a one wheel. That'd be great. I think that's a great. If you haven't fallen recently, you're not pushing yourself. There you go. Say that again, Austin.
So if you're not making mistakes, you're not learning.
That's so good.
So wise.
It's so wise. Like, I mean, I wish I could take that and instill that into my children because somehow they're trying to not make mistakes as if that's the goal. And I was just like, no, you won't learn unless you fail. Now, you can't. You always got to get up. You fall 7, get up 8. You can't. That's where the issue is, right? When you make the mistake that it defines you and you just stay down, well, now you lost. You always got to get up. Get back on the board as fast as you can.
It's not to not make mistakes at all. It's to continually learn from those mistakes. And as you progress, try to make less of those specific ones. Like you'll find yourself making different mistakes and then you just learn from them.
Yeah, I think that, again, who knew we were going to get so profound and wise in here? But it is that you don't make the same mistakes, right? Like we're humans. We're going to make mistakes. Just don't make the same ones over and over again because that's just silliness. Learn from them, and then move on and make new ones. That's boy. If we could just do that as just people with people, we'd be better off in the world. And same with one wheeling. If you can't bonk, learn how to bonk. Speaking of bonking, okay, I was blown away when you guys. This is a video you guys created from One Wheel. You guys took the XR Classic out into the forest and you were riding, and Cricket just bonks the largest tree I've ever seen in my life. I had to rewind that. I just watched it. I was like, what in the world? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was really impressive.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't get to like really see the full thing of it until I watched that video. All I saw was him like up on the log and then coming off of it. And I was like, what just happened? And then I watched that video and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I had to rewatch the video clip because I caught it out of the corner of my eye and I was like, wait, that's a massive tree. How did he get up that? And all of a sudden you just watch it back and he's just like, I'm going to go over that thing. I struggle on just a normal curb. That's like 6 times the size. Not exaggerating because I don't do that. That was probably 10 times the size of a curb actually. And he just fully boom, boom, over like, and he didn't even look at it like that was hard. He's just like, that was normal stuff. Well done to Cricket. Worth mentioning 2 podcasts.
Rider. Yeah, right.
I should have clipped it for this week because it's impressive.
It was very impressive.
It was great. But watching the XR Classic in the woods was awesome. What do you have to say, Mercedes?
I said, now you got to clip it for next week.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Unfortunately, that's Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We probably won't be here.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be cooking turkeys and running around.
And that's Holly's birthday.
Yeah, Holly's birthday. What do you want for your birthday?
An XR Classic.
Yeah, baby, you do.
I knew you were going to say
Yeah,
that.
you do. Yeah, I made a mistake. Okay, this is
What?
full transparency.
What?
Learn from
Listen
our
up,
mistakes.
everybody.
We mess around with boards around here, and I put a 6-inch hub on my board with GTS motors. Wonderful. I took the 5-inch hub and I put it onto her GTS, but it has the stator inside that GT, or the 5-inch is the GTS stator. I gave it to Holly.
On my GT.
Yeah, her G. She doesn't like it, so she doesn't ride as much. She gave her board to Historic because she had the XR. So now Holly's not riding very much anymore.
I just don't feel very confident on it.
Too wobbly. You don't like
It's too. Well, you did it in good intentions because you thought that I would like the cushion of it. Like
Yeah.
I'd be able to get
It's out
over
of love.
things. Oh, totally.
But it was a
totally.
mistake.
But I do not feel steady on it at all.
Yeah, so
it's super wobbly and.
But she didn't tell me that until like last week. So it's been a month or two. I'm like, baby, why aren't you riding your Onewheel? And she's like, eh. And then last week it came out that
I think it was probably, I didn't really know it until more recently because I think it was probably like, man, I really suck as a one-wheel rider.
Aww.
Because for a while I felt like, wow, I'm learning. I can ride with Mercedes Silva. I'm learning how to do this. And then it was like, I completely went backwards.
Yeah.
But I always told you, like, I don't know that I'm one that can tell the difference between the boards and stuff, but I can tell the difference between the boards, hubs, things like that now.
Well, when you lose 1.5 inches or so of width.
I'm a very uncoordinated person in life.
So we're going back to the 6.5 with the GT Performance tire. Be sweet home for Holly.
Yeah.
That's what she likes.
Yeah.
So.
The XR
I was going to say,
Classic.
I did pretty good out at Dirt Surfers, and I mean, I can tell that you can use the power of the S, but you seem like you were doing fine on your GT, but
Yeah, well,
that kind of
I was fine.
She did.
I didn't have the 5-inch at Dirt
You didn't
Surfers.
have the 5-inch there, and you just had a GT stator in there, and so we took after your wisdom, Mercedes. We were like, well, we can do this. Let's put a GTS stator inside it, and it gave her just a little bit more.
Power,
It gave her
which
just
was
a little
great.
bit more oomph.
I could get up hills. I didn't have any, but
Right.
I just am too wobbly. I can't counteract. You need the speed, and I just don't have the speed. So I need the steadiness and the power. Not.
That's what I've heard about the 5-inch, at least the tires anyways, is that they're very, very nimble.
Yes, that's exactly how. I couldn't figure it out for a while, and that it is very difficult for me to navigate it.
In saying that, back to Lily's question, didn't know she was going to play a quick game or would you rather's there. But when asking, do you go to a pint platform with all of the oomph of a GTS, I would not take that. I don't. That's just way too squirrely for me, man. Talk about speed wobbles. When I put a 5-inch, anything that goes narrower on a tire for me, even if you took it was popular for a while. They would put pint-sized tires on the 6-inch rim. I just don't enjoy that lack of width. I like a little bit more stability because it keeps me from that left and right. And so even those 5-inch hubs are great, but they do narrow down. One of our go-to tires here is the GT Performance tire because it's so wide. It's got a little bit more rubber to the left and right. It gives you this stable platform.
Well, in that stability, for me, not that I'm like some incredible rider, but for me, in the stability, it translates over into confidence for me to try to get uphill, to try to go a little faster on a berm, and use those words lightly. But for me, I was trying to do newer things, and I just then kind of went backwards. So
yeah,
stability.
You could put a good word into Onewheel if you would for tire sense of things. It'd be wonderful if there was a more and they don't have a reason to do this, only for people that live where we do, I suppose, but meaty, chunkier tire, because we're about to go into a season of snow.
Oh, but there'd be lots of people that would be interested in something like
But
that.
it needs a little bit more bite, because as we've
From
been
future
riding those
motion.
GT performances, especially on the GTS, they're spinning out a whole bunch in that snow because of all that power, and there's just not enough bite coming around. But the width
Good
is
to know, good to
wonderful
know.
in the snow. There's some intel for you about snow riding.
I'll pass
Just-
it along.
Yeah, just pass it along if you would. But again, there's no reason for, I get it. There's no reason for Onewheel to do that. I'm only one of millions of people telling YouTube what Onewheel should do.
Yeah,
so
right. Yeah.
we get that. Okay, so a year into you guys being on the factory team, we just rabbit trailed there, and you had to listen to us banter about Holly's
Sorry.
conditions of her Onewheel. Sorry about that. Back to you guys. A year on the factory team. A year. How's it?
That's amazing, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, like great job. You've helped bring out a lot of amazing products for us as the community. So we thank you for your contributing so much of your knowledge and skills and your flesh.
And just even
Your
the
flesh.
even the heart you guys have for the community shined so
Yeah,
brightly
come on.
this
The
year.
Austin Mercedes tour across
Amazing.
literally the United States, where you were popping up doing group rides everywhere. Hello, that was awesome. Are we going to get a round 2 of that this year? Are you guys going to travel and do more of those meetups and rides all over the place? Or is that one and done?
Yeah, we'll do that again next year. We'll just probably do fewer. Maybe stay at some trail systems that have more to explore a little longer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm actually gonna do fewer rides, but I think there will be fewer places that we do that.
Destinations.
Yeah.
Definitely fewer locations, yeah.
How do we put
So I think
Minneapolis on that list?
pretty sure we already have that one jotted down. Not a solid date or anything. We did miss our annual visit with you guys this year, so that definitely has to be made up for this next year.
Done. Sounds good. You tell me when.
But yeah, I think that I don't know if we'll go to every single race like we did this year next year. We're gonna try to make it to as many as we can, but along that route, whatever we choose to take and stuff, we'll definitely announce where we're going, the trail systems we plan on being at and stuff. And it would be super cool to see all the faces that we did this year, and even more if we can get some more people out next year. And also to add to that, every time we go to any of these locations and stuff, everybody always has, first of all, everybody's very welcoming, and that's amazing. They always know the great local spots, and they want to show you around and everything. And I can't thank people enough for wanting to do that. But also, I've kind of forgot where I was going there for a second. Sorry. Everybody always has input, things that they want to tell us, things that they think would make either the board better, or they would like to see future motion doing. And I just want to say, please keep that coming. We love that, and it really helps us, and we're very fortunate, and we feel very grateful to be able to bring that back here and talk about all of the people that we meet and stuff like that with people here. It adds so much. I love it. So I can't wait for next year to do that.
Okay, so do you
That's
take that
awesome.
as people are just giving you the complaints, or is it legitimately ideas, or Scott just giving the idea?
I wasn't
of
complaining.
No, it wasn't a complaint at all. It was legitimately an idea. Not trying to say,
Just going on
future
record.
motion misses this, nothing like that, but just giving ideas. Do you find a lot of it that way, or do you find that it is through some complaining, or
I mean,
Blame both.
yeah, some people do complain and stuff, but honestly, we hear those as well. No matter
you can
what.
decipher it?
Yeah. And even if they are complaining and stuff, sometimes it kind of helps. Now, I don't want everybody to come.
Yeah. Be careful.
We do hear what people are saying, and just want to give a shout out to those people and tell them that, we do really appreciate that, because that does help make things better and innovate. And yeah.
And I for sure think that the community recognized that with you guys, that you they could feel that and know that you guys care so much about them that you're willing to hear that and listen to that and, take that on or take that back, however you choose to do with that. So they for sure know that you love them.
Do you back to the question? Was a year in? A year ago, you guys were just dropping. I think it dropped over Thanksgiving, right? The Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the 113 video. Everyone should go back and rewatch that. Be re-inspired because that was so good. You were just dropping that a year ago. To where you are now, do you still wake up and have to pinch yourself that you're working there, or some days do you wake up and go, this is a job, this is a doozy? Or are you still in that pinch myself? Is this real life? I get to do this.
We definitely get both of those. Yeah. I mean, some days we're out burning 3-4 batteries in a day, and just doing like certain tests that are kind of monotonous and exhausting, and it feels like a job. And the other days we're just super grateful and wow, is this really what we're doing? Yeah, so it's definitely more of the latter.
I feel like it's almost a 80-20. I was thinking like percentage base, and I think it's like 80-20. Like maybe 20% of the time we're like, okay, again. And then 80% of the time we're like, hey, we're here.
Yeah. What's the saying they say? You do something you love and you won't work a day in your life. I do think that's a lie because I love what I do, but some days it does feel like a job. And I don't want to go into the office or whatever it is. And most of the days I'm like, whoa, I got ideas. I want to attack that. I want to create that. But there's days it's like, no, I just want to go ride my one wheel all day or whatever else I want to do that's an outlet for me. So I appreciate that answer. And so a year into it, you're going into your second year here. What are your thoughts going into year 2? Do you want to continue is your hopes to do another sport documentary video? Like, what are some of your personal hopes this year going into 2025? Are you guys going to hyper focus on racing? What are some of your go-tos for that answer? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm helping you.
Our focus is balancing our time a little bit more. With testing and everything, we were gone too much in the summer last year, I think.
Okay.
A couple of our trips were like 6 to 8 weeks long, and just a long period of time to go without coming back to the office and working on things. Some projects got pushed back. So just scheduling the calendar a little bit better so that we have a little more time in each, I think is our main focus.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And you guys mentioned that you got your van, and so you're working on having that ready for race season, like to get where you'll be traveling in that.
We're hoping, yeah.
Fingers crossed. Now, are you guys doing this, or are you doing all the work to the van that you can, or are you going to a shop and saying, "Hey, create this for us"?
We'll do as much as we can.
Yeah, we're planning on doing everything, but it's just like we don't know how much free time we're gonna have. We don't know what the weather's gonna be like because we don't have like a warehouse or a shop or something covered.
Right.
So we're gonna do everything we can as far as planning and installation, and we'll probably end up outsourcing some work here and there.
Right. Now, are you going to document, like you documented it being delivered last week or so? Will you continue to document the stages of that, or is it just going to be one day, aha, done?
No, we'll definitely document for multiple reasons. One of the biggest reasons for me is like, if we ever choose to sell it, I want somebody to be able to look at our videos and be like, no, they installed that right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, it's also just kind of nice to be able to like look back on that stuff later and be like, I didn't know how I was going to fix that problem, but here we are with a complete one type thing. Right now we do have stuff kind of like mocked up in cardboard, and that helped us kind of decide that a stationary shower, or a fixed shower, I think is what it's called, basically having like a wet bath, not for us.
Yeah.
So
But when you say mocked is with cardboard, you mean you're actually the size of stuff inside your van. You have it laid out with cardboard. It's not you're drawing out on paper or on cardboard, right? That's what
yeah,
the
it's
picture.
new
Okay.
size right now.
Yeah. I think sometimes when people hear people say that, they just think you drew it up on cardboard and not realizing, oh, wait, no, they made it like if we had a stand-up shower, this is the size and how much it would take up. That's genius. It sounds very, very thought out. It's going to be fun to follow along in the journey.
Like show exactly.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, look.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
That's
our little
awesome.
cardboard mock-up right now.
That's so
That's
awesome.
great. Austin's like, let me see that. I don't remember doing no. That's great. I mean, you can see it. If you've ever been in a van that somebody's living in, that's great, right? You can kind of get the idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely helps.
Yeah.
Okay, so does this the people want to know, does this excite you? Does this stress you out? Is this fun? Is it like just give me my one wheel and forget the cardboard?
The above.
Yeah.
All of the above.
80-20, right? 80-20?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm also terrified, and some mornings just want to cry because I feel really lost.
Yeah. Because it's one to look at it and go, that's the finished product of a couch/bed, shower. But the how to install it so it functions and charges, totally different. It's, yeah. There.
Yeah, shower, couch, all of that stuff like sounds super simple to me. I'm really looking forward to that part. That part is going to be great. It's the electrical, the
Yeah.
plumbing,
Yeah.
the flooring. Like we're
Yeah.
doing a different flooring, and so like that terrifies me. It's the possible upgrade to like the fuel tank and any kind of stuff where it's like mechanical and I have to like take something off of the van or like windows. Oh God, I don't know what I'm gonna do whenever it's on the side of the van. I lose it a little.
Yeah.
Please document everything.
Yeah, please, yeah. Austin looks really stressed about it. He really does. He's looking pretty overwhelmed over there. He's still stoic, still.
Yeah, for her, she'd have someone else build it, I think.
But there's an adventure in the process. It really is.
Yeah.
And to document it, and there's such a genre out there in social media of people wanting to watch people do this that you will gain people following your story as you build this thing out. Because heaps of people want to do this.
I'm sure you're following people that do it too.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, there's small nods. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like that's all our YouTube and like anytime I open like Instagram and stuff, like that's just the feed these days. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we've watched 200 to 300 different van tours, different layouts, and installations for all the different components. I think we've watched quite a bit.
a lot.
I like watching those as well, just because of the inspiration, the creativity that comes into it. One, how to film it. Two, how to make it livable, where you get everything out of it. I enjoy those. We've been talking around here for race season next year. We're trying to make a log cabin on a trailer, so we can hook it up to the back of our van, our Ford. What is it? Do we have transit? Thank you.
Transit.
But we have to have kids in it, right? So we have to have a way to. So we're gonna take a trailer and we're gonna build a whole cabin.
The
on
kids
it.
will be in the trailer.
No, but that's what we're looking for. It's like ground up, build a small house cabin on a trailer that we can pull, and you can we'll have a battery system. It's exactly what you're doing, just on a trailer. And then
That's really cool.
Really cool, yeah.
we're excited about it. I keep telling her, I go, the only thing I can't wrap my brain around is everything. It's like, we'll make it structural sound, or we've done these things, but it's like, this thing's going to be in a hurricane most of its life going down the road. So how do you keep it on the trailer? So like, you build this thing, it's great, but you get to 65 miles an hour and then it just rips the thing off the trailer. I go, we can't have that. And so I'm trying to watch videos of other people who have done similar things so that doesn't happen.
It's going to be really interesting. Of course, we will
You guys
document it.
consider like a couple of rooftop tents and then just making the kids sleep in the chairs down below, and then you guys
There
can
you
be
go.
in like
Yeah,
There you go.
we might end up there. Who knows? But we are watching similar videos that you are, but other people have done some ideas of what we're trying to do.
Well, we're just doing it for the masses because we have to have something different because we have so many.
10
children.
human beings,
So
a dog, a cat,
Now I
a
know
bunch of
where I
Wombles.
any of those kinds of videos, I'm just sending them Holly's way the whole time. Just here, here's some.
That's right.
sounds
Keep
good.
sending them.
Sounds good.
Keep
I'll
sending
take
guys.
'em.
Because one of the things we're like, I don't know if you're thinking, like for us, we're gonna build a wood stove on the inside of this little cabin with a chimney and everything, so that's how we can heat the thing. Is that you pull up, all you need is firewood, and you're heating the thing. We're not gonna take electricity. So
What?
Nice.
yeah, Holly,
I-
you don't even.
In their vans. So
Yeah, right. So it's like, why? So it's funny that we're both sides of us are like on this video chat today are doing similar things. You're way ahead of us. We haven't even got the trailer yet because we got to find a trailer that can hold the weight.
Our
We're-
car has to be able to pull it.
That's not going to be a problem. We also got to look up we've looked up already. Saying this like I don't know, but like, great, I can build it, but if it's illegal on the road, it doesn't matter. So we have to know how heavy can we make it, how tall can it be, how wide can it be, all those different things before you start building the thing. So
There's a couple people in the chat. Garrett is saying if you need any welding assistance, he's over near your area. He'll be happy to help you out.
Yeah.
thank you.
and he's
Yeah,
a great
any-
human.
Yeah,
can-
any
Yeah,
help
Garrett's
right now, we're more than happy to talk with you.
Okay, there you go.
There you have it.
Great welder.
Okay, so Thanksgiving plans around the corner for you guys. Thank you so much. We are grateful for your friendship and just taking time to talk with us today. From silly things to duck-size horses,
And the horse-sized
or
ducks.
horse-sized duck. That'll get you
I
thinking.
bet one of us will have dreams tonight.
If you
I
tur-
bet
if-
it'll be me.
If you tuned in late, you're gonna need to go.
Yeah, you need to go back
answer
and
that.
catch that.
It's a good would you
Did you
rather.
guys, let's just, one last kind of rando question, doesn't have anything to do with one wheeling, but did you by any chance watch the Mike Tyson fight the other day?
We did.
You did. Why do you say it like that?
So accessible.
It is. It was so accessible.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
just-
no, we didn't watch the 4 hours of fights before it, but we did tune in to watch that specific fight. And the
Yeah.
ladies' fight was really, really good. I thought.
Yeah, see, that's what you sound like how we watched it. We would do something else, check in, and then move on. But the women's fight, that was intriguing. Best fight of the night, in my opinion, is like, dang.
I would agree.
I think it was all set up for that fight.
For the women's fight? Oh, I don't know. Now here's the
It
deal.
was like the mini main event, right? And then it was
Right.
like Tyson. that were-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now here's my deal. I think women can box and all those things. I just can't, it's hard for me to watch. I watch women boxing like with my hand because I don't like it when I feel bad. I just feel bad. I was brought up to not hit women kind of thing, and like I just felt bad. Like I know they can handle it and all those things. I'm not saying they shouldn't be in there. I just felt bad.
Yeah, well, and then
Especially
if
her
you
bleed-
picture your little girl.
Oh yeah.
and it's
if
like
if
not
any of
fun.
them want to go be a boxer, fine. I'll support it. But it doesn't mean my stomach won't be able to handle it. I just felt bad. Like, and then Katie head button. I don't know if it was accident or not. Just
It's a lot.
But okay,
It's
so
definitely like a trend in there. Like it didn't seem not totally intentional, but I am not a ref for
I
that.
Yeah,
for a reason.
yeah, because I
Yeah.
don't know the rules actually. Neither do I.
Well, and I gotta be honest, I have never gone and watched women's boxing before that, so I couldn't really say that was her way of fighting.
Oh no,
But
she's coming in
how-
with that head.
If you were to go back and watch, according to what they're saying, that's how she fights normally. She leads with her head quite often. So regardless of what type of fighter she's fighting, she's leading with her head.
And it's a little bit of the southpaw and right-handed, but that's not what they kept referring to, a right-handed boxer. Nonetheless, do you think that the Mike Tyson fight was storyboarded, or do you think that's just how it played out? Because there's a conspiracy theory out there saying, no, it was storyboarded to make sure it goes the whole round so all the money comes in.
It could be.
Personally, yeah, I kind of think that people behind it like have knowledge of like how to print money on the internet right now. It's kind of
Yeah.
easy, and they can use their name to take advantage of that. And so it's hard to not see it like that, to be honest.
It is. It's hard to, when you know that. I think you say it so well there, Mercedes. When you know what you know, and then you go watch something like that. It did feel like, and again, I think Jake would have. It looked like he held back, right? And nor do you want to be in a ring and just beat the mess out of a 58-year-old, right? Like that's illegal if it's outside the ring.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a. He was in a lose-lose, I think, because if he beat Mike Tyson, I think people go, you beat a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, great job, that's nothing. If he gets beat by Mike Tyson, oh, great, you just got beat by a 58-year-old, right?
I do think all of the talk and the chitter-chatter and the smack talk before the fight did not match up to what the effort was in the fight.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Like, the amount of crap they were giving to each other, and then it was like the performance.
And then they
were more heated in the press conferences beforehand than they were in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, did you hear how many people tuned into that?
No, what was it?
150 million people on Netflix. Like, they crushed Netflix. And so that's why it's so hard to not see that, like, storyline type.
Well,
yeah.
As soon as they have 150 million people watching the stream, like, they've already won.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, payday happens. Now, again, I'm a part of that. They got me, right? Like, again, even I knew, right? Like, I knew going into it, it was like, oh, this is all publicity. But by any chance Tyson does the unthinkable, I got it. I want to see it.
You want to be able to say you saw it.
I don't want to be sitting here today and Austin goes, Scott, did you see the Mike Tyson fight? And I'm like, no, I didn't. Oh, man, is it right? I didn't want to be that guy. So, and it was accessible. I didn't have to pay any extra to see it. And my kids, the 4 olders, watched it, and they'd never seen a boxing match in their entire life, and they watched it, and they were. And then you're saying, no, Mike Tyson used to be fierce right up until he ate someone's ear, and they're like, what? He ate an ear?
They also said that that he looks all big and bad, and then one of the kids was like, does he really sound like that? It's like, yes, he does. That's been Mike Tyson his whole life.
Yeah. But I watched it. It was pretty good. I mean, it was entertaining. I do think that as well as the Netflix being was crashing, man, I backed out of that thing and backed in it so many times, and I realized after about a half hour of me messing around with it that I wasn't the only person.
Yeah.
That everybody's were delayed or freezing. Yeah. Somehow I feel like Netflix should give me a couple bucks back or something. I just feel like that. No, I don't.
Maybe they'll have a.
I'm not upset. I'm just like, dang.
A couple bucks will show back up in your account.
Yeah, he's sorry for the Mike Tyson freeze up.
But don't they have what NFL?
I'll take one free month.
What'd you say?
1 month free. Is that what you said, Mercedes?
I said.
Yeah. That seems reasonable.
That's great.
I like that. Okay. Well, we covered everything from the new XR Classic to a year employed by Onewheel and then the Mike Tyson fight.
To your van.
To your van. We got it all covered today. We genuinely enjoy our time with you.
You guys are
I think this
the best.
This is the first time we've ever done an interview with you guys on our podcast where you didn't get a phone call and it didn't die because of a battery.
I don't know about that.
We've made history.
We've had them so often that I don't know about that. We've got this nailed down.
I can't wait until we do the next.
But this is the first one without any technical problems.
Thank you, Mercedes.
Okay.
What's that, Austin?
You guys had your mics turned off.
Oh, it was on us.
Yeah. Yeah. See?
Look, you guys learn from your mistakes. I'm telling you, we'll learn from ours. We'll get it. Okay, the snow's starting to fall all of a sudden. Here again, outside our studio's looking wonderful. Looks like the holidays, everybody.
It does.
Austin Mercedes, we will let you go. Have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Thank you for your time. We love you. Give hugs to your pups. Good to hear that they're doing better. And everyone, go follow them on Instagram. Will you tell everybody where they can follow you and all the stories and shenanigans you guys are up to? How do they find you?
My Instagram's Trail Hover, like Trail Lover, but with an H. And then
Turning magnets. I'm turning magnets. Never heard of it before.
That's what you told me whenever you pitched it to me. You don't
It's
remember
great.
that? Oh, okay.
This is great. Well, no, we'll just leave it on you. We're sitting back watching all of a sudden. This is great. Okay, so go follow. I promise you, find one, you find the other. They're worth watching. And that's one of the best ways to find out where they're going to be riding next when they start their little tours around the United States or when they do pop-up shops and all those things. Tune into those things. Have a great Wednesday, the two of you. Keep making great stuff with Onewheel, okay?
You guys rock.
Well,
Thanks
love
for
you
having us,
guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Woo!
Bye.
Love hanging out with the two of
They're the
them.
best.
They
They're
are.
the best.
Everybody that's still...
It's been a long time since we've gotten to catch up with them.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see
Yeah.
them.
So good to they're part of our extended family, if you would. They're some of the OGs that really we connected with, so it's always a pleasure to be able to catch up with them, celebrate what they're doing, where they're winning. And so thank you
Can't
for their
wait to see
time.
their van.
Yeah, I know. Now, like, if you got a van, like, what color van would you want? Like, I know we got, but if you're going to live in it, what color would you do?
I'm going to live in it. I would want.
Do you care?
something-
Does it matter?
I'm not really bothered. I mean,
Oh.
it would be more like the right price. But if I had to choose, I would say maybe like a slate or.
That's already what you have.
No, it's a silver. We have silver.
I like the silver.
Silver's fine. Maybe like a slate or even like a brown.
Brown would be good. Make it a little
Something like
camo.
that. Something like that. Yeah.
That'd be sweet. Okay, I just seen where you're at. Okay, by the time you see us next, Holly will be a year older, probably a year wiser. We'll see if she gets the XR Classic or not. But nonetheless, everybody, subscribe to our YouTube channel, bringing content to you on the weekly. Except for next Wednesday, we will not be here. It is the day before Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the United States. We hope
Who's
you
got
enjoy
their
your family.
Christmas tree up?
I do. We do. However, we're rocking the turkey out today. But I got
last weekend.
one last weekend. Thanks for being with us. We will be on the other side of Black Friday deals, so better pay attention. Tune into onewheel.com to see what they will be next week so you don't miss out on the deals. All right, everybody. Stay safe
Bye.
out there. Get out there and ride your Onewheel. Adios.